Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How you doing, Jesse?
Hi, everybody. This is Golden Cross. We're trying something new this week. Good. I was wondering if you could hear me. I can definitely see you. No future. You look totally different this week.
Yeah, I lost all my hair. I think it's when I got liquidated by betting on the lettuce, betting against the lettuce versus Joe Biden.
You know, yeah, that's a good way to lead the show. You were on Poly Market, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I thought you were gonna win, dude. You were saying he was gonna outlast the head of lettuce, right? But uh,
Yeah,
but
it didn't
but
work
here we
out.
are. Here we are. Speaking of presidents and all that kind of fun stuff, you are going to a conference this week that will at least feature one, if now I'm hearing maybe both candidates, two of the three candidates anyway, maybe all three. I don't know. So where are you going, and why are all these important, supposedly important people going to be there with you?
Yeah, we are. It's right. I'm doing like a content house in Nashville with some friends that I make content with and host spaces. We're gonna be going to like a Magic Eden party, maybe Karate Combat downtown. And yeah, everybody's here for Bitcoin Nashville 2024. I think it's the first time it's been in Nashville. If I'm not mistaken. So it's gonna be epic. We're hearing that both the Democratic and Republican nominees are going to be coming to. I mean, there is no Democratic nominee yet technically, but they're going to be coming potentially and speaking at the conference. So it's gonna be mayhem, but it should be interesting, especially seeing U.S. politicians actually have to care about crypto. Like they have to like have a stance now because we have enough of a say in this society to force it.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool. And the this is like the biggest Bitcoin annual conference of the year. I've been to it when it was in Miami in the past. It's massive. It's not just tech, it's culture, it's music, it's everything in between. So I think you'll have a great time. And I think you're right. I think it's the first time it's in Nashville. So you know what? This is not even planned. I literally woke up in this shirt. You see this here? This is actually a T-shirt from Bitcoin Conference 2021, Bitcoin 21 in Miami, and it's the white paper. It's the white paper all over the shirt. So I like couldn't say no. I had to buy it. So it's one of my all-time favorites. So you'll get a lot of cool swag there in addition to everything else.
Yeah,
Um,
I actually brought a couple Gotchi greeter shirts to give to some Gotchi gang that are coming to Nashville that are going to be part of this content house. So one of them, D-Engineer, he's sitting on the couch watching me speaking to my cell phone as a Gotchi right now. But yeah, we're going to be spreading some Gotchi vibes. It's going to be great.
Heck yeah! Now when you go in person, you won't actually look like an Aavegotchi, right? This is just in the nether realm, just the Gotchi verse, right?
Yeah, just for the nether row. I will be wearing my Music City Gotchi gang baseball jersey though. I always wear that. Easy to tell who I am.
Hell yeah. I guess we should address that elephant in the room, that Aavegotchi in the room. This 3D Gotchi we're looking at is we're kind of building in public here, so it's not a final form, but we're going to be able to do a lot with these 3D Gotchis for Zoom calls, shows like this. If you're a KOL, if you're a content creator, Twitch streamer, you're going to be able to take your Aavegotchi and take it online with you and become the Aavegotchi. So I love how the eyes are like reacting, I assume, to your real facial expressions. And oh, look at that. You can give me a wink,
Yeah, we.
that little flutter. Very
You get a tongue
nice.
action too. You get.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we know you're smiling. That's great. Looking good. So maybe by next week I'll get my gotchi set up too, and we can have double gotchis here on the call, and when I'm not stuck in a hotel, and I think that'll be really nice. So very cool. Now your gotchi is good, but it is a naked gotchi, and we are going to we're days away from making some very big news on the Aavegotchi front for all 3D wearables. So this is something that Pixcraft and we've all been looking forward and giving feedback on for over almost a year now, I would say. I don't know the exact amount of time, but it's been a large endeavor. What we're talking about is taking all the pixel art from all the Aavegotchi wearables, all the Aavegotchi different traits and eyes, all the visual traits, and realizing them in 3D and all the different collaterals, blah, blah, blah. So that is now nearing its conclusion. In fact, I watched the final piece come in late last week. We got some feedback from the community over the weekend, a couple small adjustments you guys wanted. I think they were good ones. So we spent Monday this week working those out, got them approved. Now they're basically done. We are actually finished. What we need to do now is just get everything pushed live to production. So it will be part of the SDK that allows anybody who wants to build an Aavegotchi game or experience to make use of all of these items in 3D. And not just the SDK, but if you go to Aavegotchi.com and you go check out the SDK, click that link at the top, you're going to see something called the dressing room. This is kind of the first DApp built using the SDK. Kind of shows you what's possible. And yeah, you can already dress up a bunch of Aavegotchis in 3D. And the cool thing is it's going to be completed this week. We'll be pushing all these new wearables to that dressing room, and you'll be able to dress up literally any combination of an Aavegotchi you can imagine. So that's the big thing we're shipping this week. We're so excited to be feature complete with the 3D wearables.
That's awesome. So I can get my basketball, my miner's hat, my wizard wand, all those things.
Yeah, yeah, you'll be able to get all of them. You'll be super set. And here you can see under tools, there's the dressing room. There it is. We could, oh well, it was there. But yeah, that is where the dressing room is. It's right in the browser, and you can just start building pretty much immediately. Our producer screen sharing probably needs to download the Unity SDK though to make it totally work. So, but yeah, we're super excited about it. It is a labor of love, and I think the next step for that is, we will continue iterating on them. Like especially the more valuable pieces, we want to continue to offer like upgrades and maybe alternate skins in the future where you can like use these and make them your own and personalize them even more. But all the wearables are done now. And I think that's huge because with Gotchi Chain coming, there's going to be an opportunity for more developers to come in and build more games and experiences on the chain. And you're going to want to use this SDK. It's like super easy button, and you can come in and basically you have all these advantages of coming into a funded, active, large community that wants Gotchi content. And you're going to be able to show up, and this SDK is going to be like easy button for anybody that has any game development talent, any familiarity with Unity. You're going to be in a really good spot. I'm still waiting for No Future to ship a DApp or mini game at the very least. So I know you've got
It's above my pay
ideas.
grade. Oh, I have so many ideas, just no talent.
Yeah, but this is the thing. You could, and I just use you as an example. There's a lot of Gotchi gang out there with ideas and really good ideas. And the execution part is maybe just going to, some of these online talent pools, even our DAO within our DAO or within other DAOs, going to like Fiverr. You can find some quality Unity guys and job source pretty quick. And then the DAO may fund you. So it's pretty cool what's possible with Aavegotchi.
This is true. This is very true.
So when you're at Bitcoin 24, you'll have to be on the lookout for some potential partners there. As always,
Yep.
we welcome Bitcoiners to the Gotchiverse. Now, let's see. Are the other thing we're doing is the games that are already kind of live. They're in alpha, various degrees of alpha, even beta. We're talking about Gotchi Guardians, Spirit Force, No Future. You've been streaming that a lot.
Mhm.
You're getting pretty good at it, I imagine. I haven't faced off against you in quite a while. Be interesting to play you. But yeah, we're doing game nights every week now, and you're also co-hosting those. So can you give us a rundown? Last week was really cool because we did the design theme. So you got to meet the concept artists for both of these games on their, what was it, Wednesday and Friday nights, respectively. So how did that go, and what can we expect for this upcoming week? Are you doing it again?
Yeah, we'll be doing it again. I'm not sure if we're gonna have another special guest like we had last week. Last week we had the legend himself, Stellar Hobbs. He's worked on Licky's Escape as well as a whole bunch of community art, the poster for Eve Denver, and some SFA art that you'll see if you get into the game at the beginning and in the lobby itself, the shop. So we got to get him on camera and see him do a live drawing of a new potential, thing to be featured in the game, the cacti grenade. And the way he whipped it together in like 15 minutes so quickly was amazing. It was just a cool process. And then we played some games, and it was cool. We saw Hardcore come back in, I think for a match or two, so that was pretty dope. And yeah, we played. I have gotten better. But Hunter Biden's laptop, just like the lettuce, taking me out, man. Like I just can't do it. So I think he's changed his name to something else, like Piglet. But yeah, it's getting competitive. Flame Viper has been hitting me up in the DMs to play him, pretty much every day because he's grinding for those badges too. So it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. People might be confused when you say Hunter Biden's laptop. That is a great name. That is just the name on the leaderboard, right? Somebody input that you frequently spar with.
Oh yeah, he was originally fake
Uh,
Jonah Blake, and then he became Hunter Biden's laptop. I forgot what his most recent name was, but it was another ode to something weird, but fun.
yeah, yeah, he's always very clever. Um, cool. Well, yeah, I think I do have some alpha on that front. I'm 90% certain that you will have some special guests this week, and we're going to bring in the theme being from concept to reality. And that means we're bringing in some of the, I guess it's the 3D designers on the team. So you're going to meet the people that are actually making these 3D wearables. It's very appropriate, right? This week we're releasing all the 3D wearables, jobs done. You're going to meet some of the designers who have brought that to life. So definitely don't want to miss these game nights with No Future and the rest of the Pixelcraft team. I don't know how good they are at the game. You might have it might be shooting fish in a barrel for you, No Future. I'm not sure. You can just be
No,
like,
Drax is pretty good, and then yeah, the competitors who show up are really good. Schnitzel Depth is good. We get Transistor in there often, and yeah, there's always room to jump in and to get your butt kicked if you want to learn.
hell yeah. Yeah, and just again, Aavegotchi.com, go to the game center and you can download and start playing these games today. Social login, super easy peasy.
Yeah, no assets needed, but you can use your NFT assets. So if you don't have Aavegotchi, you can still get the experience with one of the champions. And then if you want, you rent or buy a Gotchi and jump in there for the full experience.
Yeah, and it is like the champions give you like a taste. These are like preset Aavegotchi avatars. They give you a couple different wearables to try out. Every wearable, every hand wearable has like kind of a unique uh, experience to offer in Spirit Force, which is what makes it so cool, so distinct. So you're talking about like basically 100 different items and combinations you can do, probably more. Um, for example, No Future, when you rock your personal NFT Gotchi and you're in the Battle Royale, you are usually carrying a basketball around with you, right? So
Yeah,
that's your weapon of choice,
yeah, the grenade, it's so good.
a basketball grenade. So yeah, it's really cool. Just the different combinations you can get. Some of them act, yeah, in ways you wouldn't expect. So that's not something that continues to be balanced, and your guys' feedback's been so helpful with that. Um, Now on the Guardians side, I think you have a different. You're not able to make the Guardians one. That one's hosted by Midnight Ghost and some of the Guardians team separately, right?
Yeah, that one happens Wednesdays. I believe it's Wednesdays. It's a little later in the morning, so I think it's at noon or 1 p.m. Eastern. Usually I'm like in meetings at that point for Orium.
Right, right. Day job stuff. It is a tough time slot, and I think we're experimenting, moving stuff around. But that's always a good time too. I think they'll likewise have some of their 3D designers in this week to play with everybody. So definitely worth checking out. Now, there's also another game going on in the Gotchiverse that is getting a lot of attention. It's got a huge prize pool. This is the finale of the, was it the season 8 trilogy of Idle Battler tournaments. So we have an Idle Battler called Gotchi Battle and Gotchi Battler, and that third tournament is worth 100,000 Ghost. That's a lot of GHST token. And massive tournament bracket. I think there's like 1,000 plus teams in there. Now you can spin up multiple teams if you have enough gotchis, either purchased or rented. So future, I think you're running more than one team in the tournament.
Hmm. Yep, I'm
Yeah,
running 2 teams. Yeah.
nice. And so that doubles your odds. How is it going so far? The tournament started a few days ago.
I haven't checked the most recent tournament. I got all my teams in yesterday. The last tournament, I think I had both of my teams lose in the second round, and then they ended up facing each other in the losers bracket. So one of them got eliminated, and then the next team got eliminated after that. So I don't know if I actually earned any ghosts. I haven't checked. But yeah, the teams have moved forward, which is good. I have been a bad gotchi in that I'm not taking advantage of the wearable rentals. I just haven't had the time. But yeah, that would help because I could probably boost up my gotchis and make them a little stronger.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. So you should be taking advantage of Orium. Maybe throw the Orium website up here for people to find. This is so cool what you're able to do. Uh, Aavegotchi wearables are a perfect use case for Orium, where you can do NFT lending. So I just saw a tweet from the Orium, or maybe it's out from your founder, talking about over 100 Aavegotchi wearable rentals this last week or something. Oh, here we are. Yeah, over 100 active wearable rentals on the Orium marketplace. And that's because we're almost at capacity. 70% of all wearables listed are rented out. We need more wearables listed.
Yeah, if you we're actively seeking, some of the whales. Like if you have some of those pricey wearables, throw them up on the marketplace. There's gonna be demand for them. We are working on a feature. Thank you, Thrax. Shout out to Thrax, for bid offering on wearable rentals. Like because people put up the wearables and you can meet their price, but we want to create a system where you can offer, like say if this legendary item comes up, this is the offer I would have on that so that people can place it. We're still very early in development, all that, and sorry, Hernani, I'm not putting more more pressure on him, but yeah, it's in progress and definitely being worked on. So very excited for that.
Yeah, anything like that that it helps market efficiencies. So we see like these kind of features just help price discovery and borrowers and lenders connect. So that's really cool. And I think like you hit the nail on the head though. There's just it's 100,000 ghost tournament. I did not think to list. My mind went to borrow, right? But I should be listing some of my wearables that I'm not using, and I bet they would have got scooped up. So that's a lot of, you could almost call it passive income, just sitting there. This opportunity during these big tournaments for anybody that holds Aavegotchi wearables. The fact that it's 70% capacity means pretty much all the good stuff got scooped up, uh, and then some.
Yeah.
All right, there's the alpha guys. You got opportunities around these tournaments. Now this 100K one, it's too late to get in now. We can all watch, sit back and root for no future. But these come basically with every rarity farming season. That's where this massive funding comes from. A certain percent of the rarity farming season, which is always a significant $1 million plus amount of ghost, gets allocated to the idle battler tournaments. So it's a really cool way to be more active, and you get to hop into the game and see the Aavegotchis fight each other, and it's really cool. So very well built game that's just perfect for, like at the end of the day I come back and check results. and then it plays out the whole battle. If you don't have time, you could just skip that part and collect your ghost. So pretty cool. What do you think as you get ready? You're in this house right now. You got some Gotchi gang in the house with you. Like, tell us a little bit more. How many of you are there, and is it like is everybody crypto content creators, or is it from other industries? A bit of overlap. Yeah, what's the mix?
Yeah, so it's 100% crypto content creators. At the moment, it's me and the engineer. He's going to be staying here. I live about a mile away. So tomorrow we'll have one third nerd who's an Avalanche content creator. He's going to be coming through. Or Nani's going to be coming through. He won't be staying at this Airbnb, but he's going to be in town, like maybe half a mile up the road, for the convention as well. And then there's people like Miggy, who is Gotchi Gang. We actually met him in Ethereum Denver. He's going to be
Yeah,
attending the conference. So a few different people. And then I've kind of put out the bold post to all the friends I know who are content creators, people from like the Espresso Shot, people from Polygon, AVAX, some Bitcoin people, some Solana people, Easy Eats Bodega, the Bodagos crew. I said, hey, if you got 10 minutes, come by. We have a multi-camera setup. Just want to interview a whole bunch of people. We're going to do a live stream in the morning, but it's going to be kind of funky because ideally we're doing the game night on Friday morning. So by Thursday, I have to break this equipment down and bring it home so I can be ready to stream in the morning for the game night. So it's going to be fun. We're going to be definitely hanging with more Gotchi Gang at the main event that we're going to, which is the Bitcock COQ Nashville event at Up Down here in East Nashville. And then there's a Magic Eden party that I'll get to vibe with some more Gotchi Gang peeps who are Polygon associated. So it's going to be a good time.
oh yeah, that sounds like a good mix. So it's Bitcoin, but it's it's crypto. Everybody's together, and a lot of people that love our Polygon or Base or whatever it may be also love Bitcoin. So the overlap is strong.
Yeah, 100%.
Uh, well, here's some bragging rights for you to take into the conference with us. We can finish on these kind of stats of the week for Aavegotchi. If you follow GameFi Hub, I noticed GameFi Hub has us listed as one of the highest active amount of users for crypto gaming here. So, they're looking at on-chain data. Sunflower Land continues to be number one because it's definitely a numbers game with them. Not a lot of bot protection, that kind of stuff. However, we're in a good mix with our friends at Sandbox and Aavegotchi, and I think they're looking at Spirit Force there and cracking the top 10, looking very good. Then there were a couple other news stories like that. I don't know if you saw anything similar, No Future, but there's a couple of these kind of stories going around right now. You can see the interest and the engagement with Aavegotchi games in general is going up. We just signed an announcement with Grid. This is the Onekin gameplay platform, and so you're going to start seeing more Gotchi games listed there. Very excited. Probably see Spirit Force and Guardians leading the way on as they go live. And we are just days away, maybe under a week away from Hyperplay launching their big campaign, which will feature some pretty cool incentives for Gotcha Gang and anybody that wants to hop on the Hyperplay platform and try out playing Gotcha Guardians and Spirit Force Arena over there. So you'll see a lot more news on that in the days ahead, but that's going to be a big deal. That's going to be something you want to be a part of. So you're going to want to get the Hyperplay launcher. It's basically like a Steam type of launcher, and they've got all sorts of games curated and ready to go there. But the best two, of course, are Gotchi Guardians and Spirit Force Arena. So you may have to start playing these game nights over there just so everybody's raking in the points and the incentives.
Yeah, more competition too. So I like that.
Yeah, there should be a big influx of new people from the Hyperplay community. So we should do that. We have no issue. You can download the game now from Aavegotchi.com, but if you download it over at Hyperplay, all the merrier. That's just as cool. And it's going to make a lot of sense next week when these announcements go out. So so that's the alpha we can kind of wrap up on. We're at the bottom of the hour. I know you got a lot to do, No Future. You got a big week ahead of you. So say hi to President Trump for me. Give him one of these, and the other ones if they're there. I think Kennedy's there as well. Might have to double check. I
Oh
know he
man,
was at ETH Denver.
he was at Austin too. They had a like a tour bus outside of the convention that played vote for Kennedy pop songs that all had like weird hooks that were like talking about Kennedy, he's the man. It was like being brainwashed, but it was very effective. So vote for somebody, I guess, right?
Right. You're like, it was very effective. That's why I'm voting for that that third pop song. Good stuff. All right, join us in the Discord. Play the games. We got a couple game nights this week as usual, and we'll have some big alpha here in the next few days. And again, be on the lookout. Probably Thursday. By then, you'll be able to go to the website, go to the tools, go to the SDK, and start dressing up and playing with these gotchis in any possible combination. Every single wearable will be available. So, uh, yeah, with that, we should wrap it up, sir. Thanks so much for hosting. I love the gotchi. We'll get the next upgrade version where your arms can start wiggling around, and then we'll really be cooking.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff, man. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great one at Bitcoin.
Have a good night, all.
Peace.